decided that I should cleanse after every video, and I completely forgot to do that. So that's kind of what kept me up. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you're at in the planet. I do have my manifestation oils for sale. Just FYI, I've had these out for a month. I've obviously been overdoing it. You're only supposed to use like 2 to 3 drops, per time. Look at my bottles. It's almost completely gone. And when I tell you I've been having the craziest month of my life, be careful with this. Like, if you're already committed, because you could unintentionally end up attracting more people to you, more options. So if that happens, act accordingly. And I also have my spiritual DNA oil, which has also been helping me enhance my gifts and abilities. So you may want to check that out. I also do have a Libra only channel. The link for that is in the description box below. It doesn't just have to be Libra sun, moon, rising. It could be if you have any Libra placements on any place of your chart. Check that out. Sometimes I watch readings that aren't even my sign for specific readers because they just have such permanent information. So if you want to look at it, the link for that is in the description box below. To purchase the oils, that is in the description box as well. We have 6 of Wands, which is victory, success, recognition. So this new person coming in, how I got the title was I pre-shuffled and I got basically like a general energy. And the person that I saw coming into your life, like, they're going to be very patient, very stable, very grounded, mature, someone who's established. And even if they may not be at a place financially, like, let's say this person just abruptly lost their job, it's like they're still going to be actively trying to attract money in their life in some way, shape, or form. Like, it's not going to be someone who's lazy. And with the 6 of Cups, you've been reminiscing, you've been praying to your guides, your ancestors, unintentionally manifesting with your thoughts by daydreaming, and attracting someone into your life who at this time may have many options. So this person, they're going to be just as attractive as you are. With the Page of Wands, this is going to be an individual who may have heavy fire placements. They're going to be an extrovert, someone who's very confident, playful, active. So this will be someone who exercises multiple times a day per week. This is a free thinker, someone who's fearless and confident, because to be with someone like you can't be someone who is like constrained, or you have a limited way of thinking. Like, you kind of have to be someone who thinks outside the box. So this will be someone who will be able to keep up with you mentally as well. So with the 2 of Wands, this is going to be someone that's going to come into your life between the next 2 weeks to 2 months, depending on who's watching. And some of you are going to take this opportunity and others of you will not, because either you're going to be so closed off that you'll eventually push this person away because you're not going to be open, or you'll take the chance to explore wherever this friendship is going to lead to. Because from what I feel, this Page of Wands is not going to be someone who wants to take you to bed right away. Like, yes, they're going to be attracted to you, but they're going to respect you enough to take the relationship slowly. Because from what this person knows from their own wisdom and knowledge is that anything that starts fast ends just as fast as well. So with the 4 of Pentacles, if this person seems like they're selfish at first, or like they're holding back, they're just trying to gauge whether you're someone who they should be invested in. Because this is someone who has it's like they've mastered the skill of not putting all your eggs in one basket, especially when you're single. So if you're someone who I feel may have a tendency of like having a anxious attachment style, or let's say you cling on to the first person that gives you attention or love, this is someone who has mastered that energy. And yes, it may be off-putting at first, but that's actually going to be something reflected onto you. Whatever you don't like in a person, doesn't matter who they are to you, they're supposed to reflect something back to you that you could possibly work or heal. And this is someone who will be strong. They will have strength, they will have resilience, they will have emotional strength as well. So this is not someone who will not have boundaries with their families and friends. So in the past, let's say you were connected to people who were easily swayed, cowards in some way. They listened to what people had to say about you, or their own conspired thoughts. Well, you're not going to have this problem with this future person. But I do see you being guarded, because if you look at this woman, she's kind of like, I'm not sure if I really want to invest in you. Like, yeah, I will give you a little bit of my time, but I'm not willing to give you my heart, which is okay. So don't ever feel pressured to be able to like invest in someone if you're not ready, because obviously like it's just not gonna work to your favor. And I also see you having multiple options, so up to like 4 people that will be interested in you in the future, and you'll have to decide who's here to give me illusions and who's here to just string me along or to just have one night stands and friends with benefit situations, and who's actually here to give me something solid. It really depends on what it is that you want. Whatever you're putting into the ethers energetically as a frequency that you want, that's what you should only be attracting. So let's say you're saying, I want a stable partner who will be there for me all along. Okay, then why are you entertaining like friends with benefits? Why are you entertaining people that only come to you when they want intimacy, or only when they're trying to use you for something? It's because that there's no correlation between what you're putting out and your actions, and sometimes that can be hypocritical. So you have to think about that too when it comes to the universe. So I'm here to teach you how to manifest. And with the Queen of Cups, you're somebody who's very loving. This energy has been coming out in multitude of my readings. A loving, caring, compassionate person who's highly empathetic towards human beings, someone who is constantly taken advantage of, someone who still opens their heart up at the end of the day, and you are an extremely special soul. And it's like people don't forget about you. They don't forget you because of the unconditional love that you show them. You may be the first person in people's lives that actually shows them unconditional love, and because they have never had something of that sort, they don't know how to handle you, or they mishandle you, or they get scared and they ghost you and they run, or they bring third parties into the equation because they feel insecure. So it has nothing to do with you. It's a reflection of the other people and the wounds that they need to work on. But this person that you're going to attract in the future, they're going to be established. They will be open. You will not have to pull this person's teeth to give you the bare minimum. Yes, they'll give you attention. Okay, so one thing we need to talk about is discernment. Just because someone gives you their attention and time and they're quick to like text you back and call you does not mean that they are truly invested. They could just be truly love bombing you, because there's a difference between someone who uses their free time to deal with you versus someone who is busy and is freeing their time for you. There's a difference, because someone can truly use you as a placeholder. Like, yeah, I'm bored, I have all this time to use, might as well use the collective. Yeah, I know I'm going to get all this good energy from her or him. So there's a difference. Be able to use your discernment, because you're going to know by how they're treating you whether someone actually truly values you or not. So when it comes to this future person, let's see what they want to tell you if they're not here already. Caress me with your heart. This is someone who will be open. They're not going to push you away because they've been looking for love. This may have been someone who has been cheated on or lied to, but they have similar wounds in some way. So they're not going to try and play mind. This is someone who's very straightforward. Like, you're going to know if they're not into you because they're going to straight up tell you. So this isn't someone that you have to worry about doing things behind your back, because they're very forward as a person. We have I can fly, but this is in reverse. So there's something about this person where they could be slightly insecure, or maybe society has smothered this person's light in some way. And this is why you're meant to bring, I kind of feel like, happiness or a sense of optimism into this person's life again, because whoever they're surrounded by, it's like karmics. It's like a divine person who's surrounded by a ton of karmics, and their power is being suppressed. Like, they're surrounded by nothing but like Jezebel spirits and people that they're not engaging with them. Your future person is not engaging. This is someone who's fully aware, but they just have not found someone that's their match. They may be some sort of like bachelor or bachelorette, but with I can fly, you're supposed to awaken this person in some way. They have a skill set or a hobby or something that's really important to them. So this could be someone like, let's say they're an electrician and they're very invested in that, or they have a hobby of like fishing, and this is something that they truly have a lot of time into. And we also have we don't fit together. This was in reverse though, but there's going to be certain factors where you're going to question whether this person is truly meant to be in your life. So there's something about this person's lifestyle, who they are, their family, their religious factors that may question, like, oh, is this someone that I could truly be with? Like, for example, you're spiritual and this person is like agnostic, and you're like, I don't know how that's going to work out. It's something definitive like that, but there's a level of acceptance that's needed here, or just a level of needing to be open-minded. So even though at surface level it may seem like this may not be something compatible, you have to listen to how you feel and how your heart feels. And do you feel centered around this person? Do you feel safe? Do you feel safe to like express how you feel without any like backlash? Do you have to walk on eggshells? And so that's how you gauge a difference between a healthy relationship and one that's trauma bonded. It's addictive. You feel like, oh, I'm gonna die if I don't get this person. That's trauma bonding. That's not a healthy connection. Karmic relationships can be kind of addictive as well. Look, we have you are my soulmate. This person's going to know who you are off the bat. You're my soulmate. Commit to me. They're going to want you to commit to them because of the fact that this person will be already committed to you, but you're going to be the one that's probably apprehensive, resistant for good reason because you keep attracting people that just like play mind games with you and trickery. And if you do have multiple options in the mix, it's going to be a bit confusing because you will have to gauge like, okay, well, which one is the one that's actually serious and which one's like playing mind games with me. So just use your discernment. And we also have I feel stupid in reverse. This is not someone that's going to make stupid or foolish decisions. This is someone mature despite whatever age they may be. They could be in their 20s because the page for me sometimes is someone who's in their 20s, but they could be truly established and mature. And with we don't fit together, even if you do have certain issues that could cause clashing, this is someone that's willing to like work through it and communicate and even like maneuver through any issues, as opposed to someone who's like rigid and fixed in their ways and not willing to change, not willing to do anything to compromise. And that's the difference between this future person and everyone from the past. So yeah, let's take a look and see. Twin flame, interesting. You could be attracting someone that's like fully in their power, someone that's the exact reflection of your frequency. And I feel so confused. I feel so confused, but this was in reverse. They're not going to be confused. They're not going to be indecisive. They're not going to be like, oh, do I want the collective or do I want to be over here with these Jezebels and karmic energies and sex demons? And that's not the case here. This is going to be someone that can truly see your value from the first time that they meet you. This is not someone who you're going to have to work for them to love you. And if that's the case, then that person is not meant for you and it's unrequited. So you have a tendency of attracting a lot of like unrequited heartbreakers, manipulators, people that will use your emotions as a means to manipulate you. And we also have I'm lost within reverse. They're not going to be lost. This person, when they see you, when they meet you, it's like they're going to feel like they're found, because the opposite of I'm lost is I'm found. They're not going to be confused. They're going to be your twin flame. They're going to commit to you, and this person's your soulmate. So yeah, it truly depends on what you do with this, whether you recognize this relationship or not. Of course, you're going to have your reasons for being reserved, but just pay attention. You just trust your intuition. That's what I'm seeing. So a couple of messages from this future person. What you need to know about them. How you can identify them. Let's see. Queen of Swords in reverse. The Empress. King of Swords. Oh, the Chariot in reverse. There's always some sort of drama, I swear. Like, just when you think it's good, it's like, oh. Spoke too soon. Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, so, okay. This person, okay, they have an ex. This is like an ex that is aware that this person is a catch and is not willing to let them go. This ex is willing to have any ties to them, whether it's just like a sexual relationship, whether it's just finances. They're not willing to let go of this King of Swords at any cost. A King of Swords is somebody who is structured. They have some sort of routine. Do you see how this person's sitting down? They're not flighty. Like, look, this is the type of energy that you're used to attracting. In and out, inconsistent, impulsive energy, like quick to like make decisions, but not really standing by it and not bringing any true action into the picture. And this is what you're attracting now. The King of Swords, which is somebody who's seated. Their sword, look how big of a sword that is in comparison to a knight. And this is a king, which is somebody who's mature, somebody who has power. They have discernment. There's going to be times where this King of Swords may be cold with you, but it's more because of programming and how they were taught as a child rather than them actually trying to be cruel with you. So there's going to be issues that you may have with this King of Swords as far as seeing where each other is coming from, but it's not anything that you can't overcome. And like I said, there's an ex. Queen of Swords to the King of Swords is like a divorced couple or a couple that's split for good. Like whatever happened between these two, there's no resurrection. However, this person still wants to keep them bound and stuck. This Queen of Swords is somebody who is evil in some way. They're intelligent, yes, but they use their intelligence as a way to harm other people. So this may, if this was a man that you're attracting, well, this man was being abused in their past relationship, whether they express that to other people or not. Because whoever this female is, whether she was physically abusive, mentally abusive, or emotionally abusive, they're still that way now. They may even be attached to spell work or just toxicity in general. They may have some sort of addiction that keeps them in this energy. Could be drugs. The devil energy when it comes to drugs is anything like heroin, cocaine, fentanyl, anything up there, like that type of energy. I don't know. That's for someone. And with the Empress here, this is you, the divine feminine or the divine masculine. You could be a man watching, so you would turn this into the Emperor because we don't really pay attention to gender. But you have somebody who has their eye on you, and you guys are going to be a match. But there is going to be a level of distress or like unease in the relationship at first, especially if you meet this person abruptly and they're still trying to close out past doors. You know how that is. Like, you're connected to someone, they may still be, connected to someone else, even if there is children in the mix or there's some sort of financial tie, whether it's business. There's a tie between this King and Queen of Swords, and you could end up getting in the middle of it. So it's like this man had a hard time moving on from his ex. They meet you. They realize, oh, wow, this is the person I want to spend my life with, or this is the person I've been wanting to be with. And then this person finds out, Queen of Swords in reverse, and all hell breaks loose. But that drama is not going to have anything to do with you. But just know, anything or anyone that causes you anxiety, even if it's at your job, if you're constantly at an energy of like dis-ease and unease, you can only be in that energy so long before it starts to work at your detriment. So you have to make a decision, like, am I willing to essentially sell my soul for this job, relationship, or situation, or am I going to make the decision to move forward? Because wherever I'm at right now, it's stagnant. So this future person, they're going to have to make a decision, which they will make the right decision. It's just going to take some time, which is where acceptance is going to come into the mix. So let me get you some oracle cards for what you need to know about you and this future lover. Sensitivity. This is someone who's going to honor your sensitivity. They're not going to make you feel like you're overly emotional or that whatever you're expressing, they're not going to gaslight you. This is someone who's going to understand where you're coming from. Their intentions are going to be good. It's also asking you to put intentions out into the universe for exactly what it is that you want. That's what I do. Let me see if I still have it. Oh, I still do. Dude, this is crazy. So look what I wrote. My partner, and I wrote the characteristics of exactly what I wanted down. First thing was this person has to believe in God, right? I put down their height, their age, their, like, what I wanted their hair to be as specific as you can possibly be. I even put their salary on there. You see how it says 50,000 to 2 million? Okay, well, the person I just attracted is a millionaire. So I'm telling you, it's manifestation. You just have to be specific and you have to put it out into the universe and you'll get it. Intention. That's what is being shown here. You're a unicorn. You're way more powerful than you give yourself credit for. You're a magician of some sort. But you do have to release things that don't serve you. So release those friends with benefit situations that breadcrumb you and make you feel like dirt afterwards anyways. It's like it doesn't bring anything of value to you. It actually just brings you down even more. Anyone that makes you question what you're asking for. With control, there's an emphasis on needing to let go of control and allowing divine timing to come into play. And we also have a moon here. It is the full moon, the full Pisces moon right now. So this is going to be a definitive time, not just in the population, but like in each of our lives. It's like we're doing this full release and get clear. Get clear on what it is that you want. And I mean specific, as clear as you want. On my list, I put this person has to love kids. They need to be disciplined. They need to be like a one man, as specific as you can possibly be. And it may sound superficial, but it's really not. Like, if you know what you want, it's just a matter of getting clear with that and removing anything else that's a distraction from that. Look, receiving healing. You're receiving major healing from guides and your ancestors. And this possibly happens to you at night. So if you've been having issues sleeping, insomnia problems, everything's working to your favor at the end of the day. And transform. You're transforming. Your life is transforming. You're also powerful. But you do have to establish boundaries with people, family, even people around you. Don't let people pull the wool over your eyes. And last but not least, moving forward fearlessly. I think that pretty much sums up everything. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for your support. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And yeah, bye.